Hello, everyone. My name is Fraser2198.
And I'm Sam Eaton TV.
And welcome to us basically giving our end of the season review thoughts, opinions. Basically, we set out to watch two shows in the is it the winter season or the fall season, Sam? I'm a little confused.
Autumn, fall,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah, we're on the fall season. You're British. Anyways, no, you say autumn, right? Or fall? Which one do
Yeah,
you
we
say?
say autumn
You
here.
say autumn, we say fall. Yeah.
We say autumn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
We say the right one.
oh yeah, you said it right. You know, I was having a conversation actually about like the whole aluminum and aluminium thing here in Canada. It's actually quite funny, because I said a word and we had a substitute. Apparently I said a word differently than how a noble Canadian would say it. She goes up to me. She goes, "You're not Canadian, are you?" I'm like, I am Canadian, but I did spend a couple years in a different country, and I might have picked up the dialect. I don't know. Even to the Canadians, I don't sound Canadian. To the British, I never sounded Canadian. I was like, "Hey, are you from America?" I sound more American, if anything. I don't fucking know
Yeah,
why.
you did.
Probably some like American viewers are watching this and like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man? You do not sound American." Anywho, so the two shows we watched are One Punch Man. Uh, very mixed on the whole.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm trying to bring some liveliness into it. It's very mixed in terms of like people don't mind the show. It's the fan base that they mind. It's like, oh man, One Punch Man's fandom is cancer, and I'm kind of like, how? Like I haven't seen anything
Yeah, I
bad.
noticed that in the last few days.
Yeah,
It's like the new like Attack on Titan or Sword Art Online.
yeah.
Whenever something becomes popular, there's always people who hate it for basically no reason.
Oh, you did you see the thing I shared? It was like a post on Facebook, and it was like I'll bring it up on the screen so the viewers can see it, but it's basically like in the Simpsons episode, it's like One Punch Man. It's the dad. It's like One Punch Man is overrated, and Marge is like, but you
Oh
think every
yeah.
anime is overrated when it comes out? He goes, I just
I
want to
just
be.
want attention.
Yeah. It was so good. Anywho, we watched One Punch Man, and surprisingly, a show that is on the opposite side of the spectrum of literally everything that has been airing this season.
It's
The perfect
we watched the
F.
two
Yeah,
the shows we picked were could not have been more opposite
they're
from each
so
other.
opposite. We had one show that we knew was gonna be fucking massively popular, and guess what it was? And the other show we watched was holy crap. It's basically called the Perfect Insider. No, was it? No shit. It was what everything.
Everything becomes F, the
The
perfect
Perfect
insider.
Insider. That was it. Yeah, everything becomes F. The Perfect Insider. And yes, the title does somewhat get mentioned in the anime. I like it when they mention the title of the anime sometimes in the show. It's like, okay, we're watching this show. Brilliant. So, uh, let's talk about One Punch Man and the amount of like popularity it's given. Like, okay, our opinions. Here's the thing: our opinions are gonna be very short. Garen fucking teeth are gonna be very short. The second thing is we're probably just
Yeah,
gonna
I don't have a lot to say.
exactly. We're probably just gonna be talking about like the aftermath of like what happened and how it caused such a fuss, not a fuss, but like how it became over massively popular in the both on the anime and manga community and like even the gaming community. I see videos like Jacksepticeye or I know what's his face. Oh, what's his Dahihi Nogla are into it now, and even fucking Markiplier, man. You saw what I shared? It was Markiplier wearing like the One Punch
Yeah.
hoodie, and I'm like, what the fuck? Even like massive YouTube video gamers are getting. I've noticed this. Video gamers when they get sponsored, they make ads and they act like they know what they're talking about in the ad. So it's like I don't know, say it's a snack box, and they're like, "Oh man, we get hungry when we record video gameplay footage, and this is the type of thing we eat." And it's like probably some nutritious nutty shit that they advertise because they're getting sponsored. With what I've seen, especially I'm just gonna mention JonTron. He made an ad for Crunchyroll anime. I don't think John Tran has ever watched like a traditional anime in his life ever. In my opinion, I don't know, Because like he might have watched like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! And
I
probably
don't know.
Digimon, probably called it off as anime, but I don't think he's ever watched a traditional show. And the only reason they say this, even the Game Grumps, well, I think Aaron might have watched it, but like I don't think Danny Sexpan Bang has like watched anime. But they had to do a commercial for Crunchyroll, and it was pretty funny. But it's like, what's the point? And even Tahi Nogla is on the whole Crunchyroll steamboat. So yeah, a
He
lot.
does watch anime though.
Yeah, I know. It's because of his girlfriend, though. It's
Yeah.
because of his girlfriend. He himself does not. No, because it was in a video. He was playing the Naruto game with his girlfriend. He's like, oh, if I lose, I'll watch Naruto. And I'm like, for a guy who's into anime, you think he might have at least like seen a couple clips? Because I know you've seen some Naruto when you came around my house.
I caught one episode around your house, and
Yeah.
I vowed never to watch it again.
Yeah, I know. I have 49 volumes and counting. I just realized that. I was like, oh, I want to diss Naruto, but I can't because like I'm buying the complete collection. And no, I don't think it's gonna be anything in value because manga goes down in value, unlike like American comic books. Anywho, One Punch Man. We'll keep the review and opinion short. I'll state mine, and then Sam will probably just agree with it, and then we'll talk about it. Basically, a guy named Saitama who becomes bald because he trains really hard, and there's a scientific reason why he becomes bald, and like you can go watch like Chibi fucking reviews who explains that shit. Becomes basically a hero for fun. He can defeat his enemies in one punch. That's the name of the title of the show. He meets a cyborg guy out on vengeance. Cyborg guy sees Saitama's power, wants to join him. Saitama's like, not really, bro. And then the cyborg, his name is Genos, brings a shit ton of money. And Saitama's like, okay, just make sure you bring your own toothbrush. It's very funny, you know. It's a great comedy ensues, and a shit ton of action, and it just makes me appreciate, you know, the Shonen series more. Because this is a Shonen Jump series, my bad, and it just made me appreciate the whole battle thing, you know. Unlike because most shonens are like fairly generic nowadays, but like One Punch Man, I just like, wow, this shit amazes me. Alright, I'll get to you, and then we'll discuss the ending a bit. See how that goes. Sam.
Show fucking sucks.
What?
No, it doesn't. I'm just taking the piss.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm gonna go on my animus and see what you fucking gave it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see you sweat.
Give it, would you? Oh,
But
that was pretty high score.
I gave it a 9, didn't I?
Yeah, you give it a 9. What did I give it? I think I gave it a 9.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Oh,
gave
you
it a
probably
10.
did, didn't
I
you?
don't think I gave it a 10, and I don't know why I didn't give it a 10. Anyways, talk about your opinions, bro.
It's the most fun I've had watching any show
Oh my
in the
God.
past, like, year.
What did we watch this
I was gonna
year?
say just anime, but I haven't seen a whole ton this year, so.
Did we watch? I mean, we watch anime together. Like, we talk about it together. So let's see. What did we watch? We watched Assassination Classroom, which you said you hated. We watched Kekai
That was
Sensen.
fucking garbage.
It was garbage. That's what. Yeah, guess what? We're watching season 2. Go fuck yourself. We watched Kekai Sensen, which you enjoyed, right? You enjoyed Kekai Sensen.
That was fun.
It was good. Then we also watched Food Wars, which you didn't like, but you didn't hate. Or
Which was garbage.
okay, you thought it was garbage again.
I don't completely hate it, but I think it's garbage.
Fair enough. And then we also watched Durarara season 2, which, let's be honest, it's Durarara. It's always gonna be good. Or you know, it's for Durarara standards. Then we watched an emotional show that made us. Well, it made me cry. I don't know about Sam, but it was Yola in April that came out this year as well.
I didn't cry in Your Lie in April.
Oh my god! How dare you, scumbag!
It's a good show. I just didn't cry.
Very good
Fuck
show.
you.
Very good show. And we also watched Parasite, which you enjoyed more than me. I'm not gonna lie, you definitely enjoyed more than me.
Yeah, that's one I'm gonna come back to and see what I feel about it later on. Because
Okay.
I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I want to go back and revisit it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I don't enjoy it as much as you probably do. And the Kurokoro Basket season 3, which I enjoyed, and I'm sure you enjoyed it as
I
well.
forgot that was this year.
Yeah, it was this year. because I made a live reaction video, episode 1, and it came out 11th of January. So it came out like this early beginning this year, basically. It's not too bad. Yeah. Anyways, so One Punch Man, Sam. It's good. You like it? Why do you like it?
It's just crazy funny.
It's crazy funny.
Like, there's not
Yeah.
like that's more or less the reason I like it. Is because I don't find a whole ton of anime funny.
Ye-
It's just cultural differences, I think.
I mean, like
There is
cultural
a big
difference.
difference between
Go. What's that?
English
dub?
comedy and Japanese comedy.
No, what's that? What's the English dubbed anime that Ghost something? Ghost Stories? That's the one.
Ghost Story.
Yeah. See, you like it for the dub, and that's the cultural difference. Is the English people thought this was shit. The Japanese actually attempted to make something
Yeah.
that they thought was genuinely going to be good, but the English people were like, you know what?
That's a
No.
masterpiece, that dub.
No, I have to still watch it. I only watched like a couple. I watched clips of it, and
It's
I
so
laughed my
good.
ass off. Especially when like that religious chick comes on. It's like, was it Jesus or
Mm.
something? I'm like, it's too fucking fun. Anyways, yeah, One Punch Man is funny. Don't you just love the character relationships between Saitama and Genos?
Yeah, I was originally worried when Genos first came because he was just like a robot who showed no emotion.
Yeah, his
I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay. And he turned out to be the best thing ever.
Yeah, here's the thing. People, before the anime came out, and I'm subscribed to a bunch of YouTube people who review like One Punch Man chapters. When I saw Genos, I thought he was like the repeated villain, like the Team Rocket, who would always come and try to follow the plan, but always get their ass whooped. He's not like he is and isn't the Team Rocket because he's not a villain, but he does get his ass whooped like episode after episode after episode. So
Mm.
there's that. And how do you feel that what's the point in watching a show if he can only defeat his enemies in one punch, man? What's the point?
Because the show's fucking funny.
It's
And it kind
hilarious.
of subverts that.
It's hilarious.
Like, that's a one joke premise, and they make it last more than one joke. So I think they deserve props on that just alone.
Oh yeah. What else I was gonna mention? What about animation wise? There was like it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but other times when he's just doing like his dub faces, I don't know if it adds to it or it's like why even?
I thought his faces were funny.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't really need to be well animated because it was just a still image of a face.
Which we all enjoyed and laughed at. That was funny. Oh god.
Yeah, whenever he does that, it's usually pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Especially towards the end, where he breaks the main dude's armor.
Sorry, I was just trying to plate food. This may or may not be out in edit.
I gathered.
Yeah. Whenever. Okay, note to self, like viewers, whenever like pause and there's like a silence, because I'm not gonna edit the audio into this. Fuck that. But whenever there's a pause or silence, it means I'm eating something. Hey, you have your ways, I have mine. If I'm doing something like this, which is like more or less a podcast type situation, most people don't
Yeah.
edit. Most people. Oh, speaking of podcasts, I recommend you guys watch Penn Sunday School. It's one of the most beautiful podcasts I had the pleasure of watching. It's usually an hour and like 30 minutes long, but it's so good, so funny. You have no idea. Sam, recommend them a podcast to watch.
Oh fuck, I listened to so many. Weekly Planet, that's the one that got me into podcasts. There you go.
Yeah. Amazing Atheist.
And if you're watching this, you're a nerd, so you'll enjoy it.
Amazing Atheist. Is he a podcast or no?
He does, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because I hear about that as well as. Okay, what the fuck is happening with Potaku? It's not Potaku anymore. It's basically J-Taku, and that's it. Because J-Taku was like people that aren't from the original cast, right? That was the whole point of it. They brought in new people, but there's already new people in Potaku. So why is there J-Taku as the? Doesn't fucking matter.
J-Taku is when they talk about like specific things, I find.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Podtaco is just like, what were you watching recently?
Oh yeah, what are we all watching? Oh man, this is 10 out of 10 hype. Yeah. All right, so it's funny, it's entertaining. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the ending without trying to spoiler it. They did introduce
Yeah,
a character who can resist or can take Saitama's one punch. And that's what I found
yeah,
interesting because I was watching Akada's video and he's like, they're probably gonna try to introduce a character that can take the one punch, and he's like, I can't wait to see it, and that's what they exactly do. That's exactly what they do to bring in a character
yeah.
who can take one punch.
That they were always going to do that.
Yeah. So my theory is eventually, I don't know how the manga is right now because I'm only the anime type base guy right now, but my theory is that they will be introducing more and more characters that can take a hit, and Saitama is probably going to realize that he's probably not going to be the strongest character there is, the strongest guy there is. And it's going to be very interesting. Or they're going to introduce a character who trains like Saitama and is basically on the same level as Saitama, but is probably a villain or something. And that would be very interesting. But
So just evil Saitama.
evil Saitama. But the thing is, it's, how can I put it? It's a comedy series. It's a comedy action series, but the action isn't too serious. I mean, there was one serious episode, which, by the way, I don't understand the hype for, but the character's name was Moomin Rider. I call him Bicycle Man. Yeah, the one episode where he's basically up against an opponent who can kick his ass, but he still tries, and people love Moomin Rider. And it's funny because there's a YouTuber called King of Lightning. He was doing a live reaction to this episode, and all he did ever mention in that episode was Moomin Rider is a piece of shit. And there was a shit ton of dislikes and comments saying, "My man, are you taking the piss out of my man Moomin Rider?" And I'm like, even now, like, I share photos on Facebook. I share this one photo on Facebook, and it had something to do with how Moomin Rider was like not the best. And some guy's like, "Man, don't be dissing my Moomin Rider." I'm like, well, that's true. And it's so funny because I didn't get to watch that episode until like a week after. And my one friend who was really invested in the series, he's like, "Oh man, I've never felt so sorry for a character before in my life." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So I watch it, I'm like, "Oh my god, I kind of feel sorry for Moomin Rider." Like, I genuinely feel his pain. And like, I like Moomin Rider, and I definitely gonna try to see if I can dress up as Moomin Rider because that'd be funny. Yeah.
After that moment in the episode where he becomes like he gives that big speech,
Yeah.
every time he popped up on screen, I got really happy. I really like Moomin Rider.
He was the best. He was the best. Oh,
That was probably the most I laughed in the show. Actually, was when he fucking because every part in that episode they just keep showing cycling towards the bad guy.
yeah.
And I was fucking praying that when he got there, he was gonna throw the bike at him.
He did. It was so funny.
Holy shit, that was funny.
Oh, that was beautiful. You have no idea. But yeah, One Punch Man. Thank God, there's a season 2 coming out. Oh, well, I mean,
Oh, there is a season 2.
well, the creator, One is his name. The creator is basically trying to get a season 2, but with the popularity that it's at now, because with the manga sales, it's number 1 right now. So I think the Japanese are gonna see this and be like, you know what, this is actually rather popular. Let's continue making the series, and that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun.
I'd be surprised if it didn't get a season 2.
Oh yeah, I'd be very disappointed, and I'm like, this is why the anime industry is going down because you're not making season 2s of shows that are like fucking fantastic. Excuse me. Anywho, yeah, One Punch Man. I give it 9 out of 10. Sam gave it a 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect anime. But it's actually. It got me out of a rut. It was one of the shows I watched during that season that I could watch on a weekly. Like, I couldn't wait until the episode came out. All the other shows, I was like, I'll just wait until it's all, out, and then I can stream it. But like this one, I was like, no, I need to watch this episode. Did you find that, or did you?
That's a good sign for a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
I streamed it all in a couple days. I waited for it would end. But that's how I like watching shows. I don't like watching
Oh
shows
yeah, I
weekly.
know, I know. It's just with me, I can't, cause like sometimes it's the same thing with me and manga. If I'm reading ongoing manga and I've caught up to it, usually if I don't really care that much, I'll let it go for like weeks on end until like this whole bunch of chapters that I can read. But if it's a manga series that I really really enjoy, I'm gonna read that shit weekly. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.